Got a big week. Really big game tomorrow against New Mexico State, another really good program that's used to winning. They have a lot of, high major transfers play for them, good depth. They're older, be a good challenge, similar, different style of play, but similar to South Dakota State. Obviously, that one stung a little bit for us last week. Knew they'd be tricky to guard, and unfortunately, we didn't shoot the ball very well. And hopefully, get that one past us and move forward.
Colton, go ahead.
Morning, Coach. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Cole?
Good, thank you. Wondering how are guys feeling? First of all, Noah, Tyrell, and Deshaun.
You know what? I think we're getting closer to healthy. Deshaun should be good to go. I don't know how effective we'll be. He hasn't played much, and it's a thumb, but it'd be nice to have that depth. And he's gonna have to. He's really important to us. So we need him to get going, and it'll happen. I just hope he's closer to being 100 than not. And then I think everyone else is just kind of should be on the mend.
And you talked a bit about TJ after the game, and obviously with him in the starting lineup. But could you just talk about his progressions a little bit as an offensive player over the offseason? Was that kind of one of the areas he made some real clear strides in?
He could always find a way to score. He even had some big games as a freshman last year, like 15 at Colorado. But it wasn't necessarily within the offense, and he'd turn it over a little bit, and he's a little anxious like any freshman would be. But what's allowed him to stay on the floor so much, he's become a really good defender. And last year he didn't understand. It was puzzling to him. He was frustrated. We were frustrated. But that's kind of given him, and he understood. He just a really stud attitude and stayed the course and really done a good job there. And he's been better with the ball as far as taking care of it. And you can see where the game slowed down for him on his drives and everything else. And hopefully he just keeps going. But what really got him in there is just he really made some improvements on the defensive end and ball handling.
And what does Noah bring the team when he's running the point? I know you had talked about how there's multiple guys that can do that, but when Noah's bringing it up like that, what's kind of the main benefit there?
He gets his paint touches. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense at the point of attack. He's a big guard that can get in the lane. He can draw fouls. He's a good passer, willing passer. So different than with Mike and Ty, they're a threat to, if you go under a ball screen, they can really make you pay. They can get us more ball screen stuff and that. And Noah's pretty good in the ball screen too, but he's just more of he's probably our quickest guy getting to the rim. Bomblet too, a little bit, but we need to get that someone putting pressure on the rim from the perimeter.
Is Gay starting to find his footing out there, and what's kind of the biggest hurdle early on in a career for guys like him at this stage?
You know what? I just remind everyone he should be a senior in high school. And I think he's just been such a steady worker and consistent every day, shows up to work and got a great attitude and just wants to learn and get better. So it's just about, getting confident. I think it was Weaver played great and was really starting to shine. Just against South Dakota State, still got on the offensive glass, made some plays, got in foul trouble, had, kind of the progression up and down freshman. Kind of needed him too, because we just, but those things happen. So I'm just hoping I think he's just going to get better and better. But you never know. The freshman year can get long for some guys, and some guys can kick it out and get better, but his talent's obvious. Just needs to learn how to, compete harder every game. It's good to play against these programs that had a lot of success, but these guys are good early, especially like a team like South Dakota. They're put together. New Mexico State, Coach Jan's been there a long time, and they win 25 every year, so they're used to winning, and that's good for our young bigs to understand that you got to bring it every night. They're going to be really physical with them, and learn to play that style.
And kind of on that, I guess, how are the younger guys in general handling the grind of kind of the packed early to mid-season schedule, finally getting into this groove here?
We've been doing fairly well. Obviously had a little setback this last weekend, but I like our attitude. I like we're going. This is a funny time of year because you got finals. We're right in the middle of finals. You'll see some funky scores because people are playing different schedules, different final schedules, getting close to Christmas. Guys are looking forward to going home. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it's a coach. I've been doing it long enough to know it's just try to keep this thing together and get on the backside, get towards the new year without adding too much on their plate. And usually the freshmen, around the holidays and they miss Thanksgiving and home, there's a lot of things that go into it. That's why I said, like, just be patient with the freshmen, let them adjust academically and socially and see, if we get good production out of them, then that's really good too.
And kind of last thing for me, when you grade out the numbers or when you're going into practices, what's standing out to you as far as statistically right now? Where maybe have you been exceptional or surprisingly good, and anywhere that's kind of marked for improvement for you right now?
We haven't had a lot of practice time, to be honest, but it just we've done a better job taking care of the ball. That's a big goal going this year. Disappointed how we rebounded against South Dakota State. They didn't miss a lot of shots. We turned them over, so the rebounding numbers might be the percentages might probably better than the net there. And then defensively, we've just given up more threes, and we knew that a little bit. We got a little smaller perimeter and that stuff, but we only gave up 16 attempts to South Dakota State, but they went 10 for 16. And Ken Palm's telling you shouldn't worry about. He says the makes are random. It's some attempts, but I don't tend to believe that. You got to make a miss. Got to do a better job there. So that's an area. I mean, we're a funky team still. South Dakota State, really good offensive team, but we held Arizona State on the road to 29, and we gave up 86 to Winthrop at home. And we've given up some big numbers to some guards, off the bench and career highs, and we got to do a better job there. Bamba's been our most consistent defender. We need some other guys to step up too.